Good evening, viewers. How is everybody doing this evening? We are here with some shit ass bitch who can't be on time.
I got family drama in a life, so I know that you don't know what a
Okay, a
life is,
life
Kendra.
is not something you have. Don't lie to the viewers.
I do have a life. It's a life I don't even want, quite honestly.
I would be happy to take it away from you right about now. In GTA 5, of course.
Okay. Oh, okay then.
Or, maybe in League of Legends. 1v1 me. Baron Pit Bro.
Oh my god. I mean, I would though. Like, we had that system set up right now. I would. Don't get me wrong.
1v1 Jinx.
Yes, exactly.
And then I pick MF and just destroy you.
Let's go. Let's do it.
As
We're
a, as
gonna
a,
interrupt
for
the stream.
for future reference, one of these days we need to sit down because I actually found a build in Rune Path that makes MF not only viable again but actually busted as fuck.
We need to do
So
this.
if you
Okay.
actually want to play her, because I know you probably miss her every bit as much as I did.
I do. It hurts so much.
Ugh. And yeah, it's been a long time since she's viable, and I actually found a build path and a rune settings that actually makes her not only viable but really fucking good. Like I literally auto to Sona yesterday and killed her from 100% health with a single auto. It was stupid. Sona was pissed. Um.
Your thing
Anyway.
still says Stardew on here.
Oh yeah, I gotta go through and mess with that. Just chatting.
God, this mediocre streamer. Gosh,
I know, right?
just
I don't
feels
ever. I
so
don't ever change
bad.
titles.
God, it's like literal cancer right now.
I don't know. Am I streaming with
How's
Katie
your
Fox
throat?
tonight or Pokimane? What do you guys think?
No, no more clickbait. I don't want to be used for clickbait anymore. Please stop.
You don't wanna be the
Because I don't want Pokemon to like be like dear Katie Fox. What the fuck?
stop pretending
What
to
is
be me.
me?
You're not as pretty as I am.
I know.
No, that's not something Pokey would say. Pokey's actually a nice girl.
She'd be like, please stop. And I'd be like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. As far as Twitch streamers go, especially female Twitch streamers, Pokey is easily one of the best, especially as far as like marketing and community goes. So without a doubt. I would go so far as to say Pokey is a downright genius when it comes to her content and streaming, which you would not think so looking at her content at face value. Anyways,
Yeah, right.
um, we have a show to get started with that we started late since somebody didn't feel like coming to the show. No,
Hi, Moxie.
just fucking
No,
with
I
you.
had a lot of family drama. I just don't even wanna.
Hey, Moxie, welcome. Um, so first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and apologize to everybody because I still don't have the fucking VODs on YouTube. I went through and edited all of them, and now I can't get my video editor to actually output at a reasonable fucking quality. So because of that, I can't upload any of the videos that I've edited until I get a decent video editor and actually go back through and redo pretty much everything I've already done.
This is why I
So
hired you as my manager. This
the
shit right
worst
here.
part is it takes like 9 hours to find out that yet again it fucked up and couldn't render properly. So I don't even know what settings to fuck with, and every time I fuck with a setting and want to test something, it takes 9 hours to find out if it fixed. So that's the fun part. As you can see though, we do have a new background,
We do. It's really nice.
and I also have a cursor that I haven't used yet for when I need to point at things, and you guys want to be able to actually see what the fuck I'm pointing at.
You have a cursor.
I do have a cursor.
I want to see it.
M, if she's here, M and Dylan will get a kick out of my cursor. That much,
Oh
I
my gosh.
promise you.
Is it Sayori
Speak
from
of
my
the
row?
devil. Actually, no, it's not.
Okay.
Which cursor do I have tonight? Which cursor do I have? I don't remember which cursor I have. There's a
Just use
couple
it.
of them. There's a couple of good cursors. You want to see it?
Yeah.
There's my cursor. And I can point at things with it.
Oh my gosh.
Little bit of Yuri for the holidays, you know. After Miss Yandere decided to go stab and a half last week, I figure, you know.
Okay. Fair enough. That's
It was
actually really
fitting.
fair.
I also have an additional cursor for other things if I want to point at them with a different design. So, starting with what manga do we want to get into? What trouble do we want to get into first?
I think orange.
Orange? Ah,
Just
yeah,
go
because it
balls deep.
ended. Fucking finally. Orange is done.
Fucking
I mean,
love
admittedly, it's not Blue Spring Ride, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
So, Orange is done. I was wrong. Dude didn't die. Is basically the long and the short of this.
He got really close though. He got really close, and I got pissed off. I like took pause. I was like, "You son of a bitch!" But then he didn't die.
I wasn't happy about the way they baited us into thinking he died because the way he was laying in the street, like, just did not legitimately make fit what he did to make it so he didn't get hit by the bus.
Exactly.
Which was really irritating. And
Yeah,
it would have irritated me a lot more if it weren't for the fact that I was reading it straight up. Because if you noticed, there was a fucking chapter split there, which meant anybody who was reading it at the time of release would have actually had to wait a week in between that bullshit.
Yeah.
And they totally would have gotten baited and switched. Some bullshit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I was not. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What is this fuckery? And then, yeah.
Like, but long story short, the main girl and the dude who they're trying to stop from killing himself end up hooking up and staying together. And I guess in this world she just never has her son.
No, it's a parallel world, so they do have their son in that world.
In the other world, yeah. But it still means their kid doesn't ever get born in the current world.
Which makes me super sad. Like, that is depressing. I was like, what the hell?
Like I said before, where's Zangoose when I need to write a letter?
Oh my god. Oh my god, get out of here. Don't ever come back. Stay far away from me as possible.
Nah, Zangoose is a good kid. So other than that, not a lot really happened, to be real.
No, not really.
My stream is such high quality that Moxie can't watch it. You can go into the bottom right corner. There is an info button where you can change images so that you can make it so you only get the audio portion of the podcast. So you only get the video portion so that you don't get chat. You can also make it so it reduces the quality input incoming of the video. You can drop it to like 240, I think is the lowest you can go. Yeah. Actually, I can check right now. You can drop it. Mine won't even let me dick around with it because it's in my dashboard. But you should be able to drop it like really low, so that'll actually help your thing. Of course, you can't. Welcome, M. You missed my cursor. I'm sure it'll come up later. Don't worry. Why look for it. It'll be worth seeing. I added cursors so that people can see what I'm hovering my mouse over when I want to talk about something. I'm gonna just type out to Moxie real quick that there's a button.
Okay.
To change video quality so
I don't believe you. I think you're sending letters to her.
Better. I'll do that later.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of which, we have something to talk about after stream,
yeah, we
actually.
We do?
Yeah.
Is this a good talk?
Yes. It is for me. No, it's a good talk. It's just probably going to be irritating to you, but not like super irritating. Not like really bad.
Oh boy.
Yes, it is. It will be Doki, Emily. It is Doki. But it's not a yeah. Oh, okay. That's dumb.
No.
That only allows for one quality.
No, Moxie, no.
Okay. So, all right. Do we really have that much to talk about when it comes to Orange? Dude survives. All of time has changed. They show him that the fact that they were using letters from the future to save him. Like they tell him that, which was a little weird, but okay. Um, Katie,
Yeah.
I just want to make sure you were still there. Do we have anything else to talk about Orange?
Yes. I
What?
just want to point out props to the grandma because despite her own daughter like committing suicide, like she knew what was going on with them and she could have forced them into psychiatric care, which honestly, I'm glad it worked out for him, but that's kind of what she should have done. But still, she tried to give him that space and was trying to ease him into it, which I was kind of like, best grandma slash worst grandma at the same time. Like, I've never had a character that was best and worst at something at the same time.
Never had a character who is best and worst at the same time.
Yeah.
Aren't you just describing yourself right now?
You know what? I'm going to move on. I'm not taking that bait. So, anyway.
You're starting to learn. It's taking time, but you'll learn. Okay. Yeah, I liked his grandma. I think she actually did a decent job taking care of him after his mom died, so. But I don't think she was she kept bringing up the fact that his mom was dead, like constantly reminding him about it, which was kind of sucky.
Yeah, honestly, that's what I was like. I was waiting for him to get set off, and when he did, I was like, "That's appropriate." And then now I was like, "Oh, I know what you feel, and everything's gonna be okay." And I did appreciate him going like, "No, you fucking don't. Shut the fuck up," and like just finally got mad at her. And then she did
Yeah,
recognize it, so I do appreciate how they handled that. Because usually it's like the guys just because she's a girl and they have to like be in they're always in the right. Like he was just like, "No, you fucked up," and she's just like, "Yeah, I did," and owned it. It took her a fucking while, but she did it.
yeah. Um, what one do you want to talk about next? Maybe One Punch,
One
because
Punch.
I don't have any fucking references from that one either.
I kind of honestly didn't read One Punch, guys, because I got shit going on.
Okay,
But
so the long and the short is the only thing that really happened in One Punch this week was Saitama joins the Heroes Guild, effectively, the Heroes Association, and he gets his rank, and he gets ranked in low C because he absolutely bombs the written portion of the exam. And Genos gets put an S because, of course, he aces the exam and he's got good strength. And then he's told, then halfway through the chapter, he's told, oh, by the way, you have to actually do things to maintain
yeah,
being part of the association if you're a C rank, because they'll kick you out if you don't do at least one thing a week. And so he just like starts running around town looking for trouble, and then he gets in trouble for doing that.
which I felt bad for Saitama because he does things all the fucking time. So like he's in the C rank, and they're like, "Oh, you got to do things," and I would be like, "Yeah, I do things. I just don't get the fucking credit."
Right? Um, and then he fights Ninja Boy in the city, and
Best
that's
girl.
pretty much the end of the volume. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, no, pretty much.
Yeah,
Like it's
One Punch was kind of boring this week. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it went fast. It wasn't like pulling teeth like Blue Spring Ride almost always is, but it went fast, and it was relatively content low, I guess what you would say.
yeah, no, I agree.
Um, Speaking of content low, maybe we do Reincarnated as a Slime next?
That one I read. That one I actually read.
Because that one
Okay,
was
that was a
really
lot that happened.
not really.
Yeah, because okay, it went from he discovers he can eat again to there's a war happening between lizard people and the orcs to he renames this entire tribe
Of 6 people.
and then finds another best girl.
Okay, yes, we did get a best
Yeah.
girl. We did finally get a
Yeah.
female this fucking episode. So maybe by the end of the 5th volume, Katie might be right, and it might be a harem like she originally
Predicted.
predicted.
Because this is the path it's currently taking a little bit. So no, I do really like when he renames them basically like I don't even know what the process of renaming. Isn't it technically like they're
They don't have names. Monsters
yeah.
don't have names to begin with. And the process of naming them basically makes them your vassal, and therefore they gain powers from your magic level.
Yeah.
And this time he runs into a group of 6 ogres that's entire town was like wiped out by an orc army of over 200,000 orcs. Um
Yeah, no, he like renames them and they become really like cutesy,
yeah,
which I
and
find hilarious.
he names them and
Honestly.
they evolve and they
Yeah.
become cute.
Except for the one dude, I felt sorry for him. Like that was my mood because he's just like he went from like kind of ordinary and then he went like super ordinary. Like he didn't get hot. Everyone else got hot, but this one dude, which I felt bad for. He doesn't even get like a special name. Like it's just like so and so. Like I felt bad. I was like, poor dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this bullshit.
And then so of course this girl in the back is one of the ogres that he names and becomes his secretary. Her name is Shion.
Yeah.
Temporary best girl. She has bigger boobs than the other one. So therefore,
She's also well, for me she's really nice. So, that's why I was like, I okay, best girl.
I don't know. I think the other ogre girl is maybe nicer, but it's hard to say.
The princess one?
Yeah.
Ogre
Um
princess? That's who I meant. Sorry. I get her confused with Ogre princess. Ogre princess is
yeah.
more cutesy though.
Yeah, ogre princess is more cutesy.
And then I guess like I found it funny is these lizard people essentially come and they're just like, "Oh, we want to find the orc king or something, orc lord," and basically challenge him and like insults slime guy and stuff. And the direwolf's just like, "How dare you?" And then they're like, "Wait, you're the king of the direwolves. What are you doing here?" He's like, "I have a new master," and starts all this shit just for the weakest member of their party to take down the lieutenant.
Oh, yeah, I know,
Which I was
right?
like, talking all this shit. Which, in their defense, he was a slime monster, so
Yeah. But he gets a bunch of new powerful people. That's pretty much how that goes, which is a plus. And he finds out about what is called an orc lord.
yep.
And
Which isn't
the orc lord is basically an orc that's born every 1,000 years or whatever, that is able to lead the orcs. He's able to basically make their fear disappear. And because of that, they're able to become like not brain dead base creatures. And he basically is ordering them to kill everything in the forest. It's basically how that's going. So that's probably our conflict we're going to have to deal with in the next volume. But this volume was basically setting the stage for that, introducing the ogres, which are now called Kirin,
yeah.
when they
Yeah,
evolved
pretty
after
much.
being given their names. And the fact that Shion can't cook at all, so, you
Which
know,
kind of sucks.
like actually poisons somebody.
Yeah. Which is pretty funny, actually.
Yeah.
Kind of expected it, though.
So, not really, again, not really that much happened in this week's Reincarnated. There wasn't a lot of character development. There's a couple new characters that have been introduced, the 2 ogresses and the ogre captain, and the old ogre dude who like kicks butt. He's like super powerful combat wise.
Yeah.
And the introduction of the concept of the Orc Lord and the bad guys surrounding that, but nothing has really happened with it. And the introduction of the lizard people, which was neither here nor there. Oh, there's something happening in the background too that hasn't been like really outright stated, but there is someone who has the power to name creatures, although
Yeah.
not enough power to evolve them with those names. That is going around and also naming creatures because he named one of the lizard men. And the name of the dude who's doing this is Gelmood, but we don't know anything about him, like, at all.
Which I don't think he's going to be that much of a threat if he doesn't power to actually transform them like Slime Dude does. I feel like he's not going to be much of a threat, but it could build up to be a threat.
Dylan, we will probably come to Konosuba. We might add that soon because Orange drops off this week by ending. But Konosuba is not originally a manga; it's originally a light novel, so there is very little content. Of Konosuba currently. It's, I think last I knew, like 3 volumes, and that's it. So, it is definitely a possibility, and we'll probably discuss that at the end of the show. So yeah, not really anything else happened with Slime. Nothing really controversial or to talk about, I feel like.
No, but like if we want to talk about actual developing plot lines, we could talk about fucking Yamada and how they finally introduced something.
We'll be okay. We're gonna move. Okay, I wanted to talk about Yamada at length too because we have learned a shit ton of stuff about Yamada and the powers, his ability to change bodies with people, and his, which isn't even his power. We've now found out, not for sure, which we didn't know before. It's actually the blonde girl's power.
Yes. She's one of the witches.
She is one of the witches. So there is 7 witches in the school that we know of for sure. We don't know all their powers. We only know the powers of 2 of them, plus Yamada. And we have the name of a power of a 3rd one, but we don't know what that power is. Yeah. So the first one, of course, is the blonde girl, whose name, of course, escapes me as always.
Lucy 2.0.
Yeah, Lucy 2.0. And her power, of course, is to switch bodies with anybody she kisses. Yamada's power is to copy the power of any witch he kisses. So what originally happened is he copied the power, and when he kisses them, it immediately inflicts their own power on themselves. So when he kissed her in the first place, he copied her power and swapped bodies with her. And she's just been a shitty person this whole time, not telling us that she knows exactly what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, she let him go through all this turmoil. And it was like everyone running around seeing what's going on. And she knew all along. Which is really shitty.
Yes. So that is a thing that happened. And now we are aware of it.
And they found a journal, like the class president dude or some dude found the journal for the 7 witches. And there's supposed to be like a volume 2, but they haven't found it yet.
Yeah, they found a journal that mentions, so they all, we'll get to that. They have now met an additional witch, which we actually met prior. This girl is the girl who is the running for student council president against the vice president who's part of our supernatural club. Yep. Her power is that anyone she kisses instantly falls completely in love with her.
Which is broken.
Which is broken as fuck. Confessor's touch much? Okay, it's not that bad, but it's pretty goddamn close. So what happens is Yamada goes and asks her to kiss him, and she thinks, he thinks he's gonna switch bodies with her because he still thinks that's his power, not a power he's borrowing. And he kisses her, and nothing happens, and he's like, "What the fuck?" and she agrees to kiss him, thinking she'll have control over him afterwards. And then she realizes after like
Yeah.
a couple hours that she is now falling head over heels for him, and can't figure out why. And then he kisses the blonde girl again, gets his body swap power back, and after playing around with his body swapping, with his with his ability to force them into being, well, love slaves, he plays with that power a little bit. Oh wait, what am I doing? I have a picture of the
Yeah.
witch. So this is the witch who has the ability. This is where he's deciding whether she's asking him not to undo the spell, that her own power that's been used against her. Because if he kisses her again, it'll undo her power. It'll give her the power. It'll give him her power temporarily and undo it. So he decides to take it away anyway, to undo the power that he's used against her. And she gets upset about that.
Which is kind of lame because, like, she does it all the time, and he was just being like a decent guy.
She wants him to. You understand why she wants to keep
Or she
loving him,
wants,
right?
yeah, she wants his D. Like, I understand that part. I'm just
No, she
saying.
wants to keep loving him because because she doesn't feel anything otherwise. And this is the only way
Oh.
she can actually feel emotions, is while she's under this spell.
Oh. I misunderstood
Yeah,
it.
she mentions that slightly in the page right before the one I have on screen.
Oh, that's really sad.
Yeah.
It's actually really, really sad.
Yeah,
I
so
take that back.
she has no ability, no ability to feel emotions without being like under the influence of something. So of
Yeah,
course,
that's really, yeah. Okay.
right. So he gives her power back, or well, uses it against her again to take it away because he's a dick. And then we get some beach episode bullshit.
Yeah.
But I had to give you guys some titties because it's only fair. I got titties, you guys get titties.
Got some packs back in there for all those who are interested.
He's a douche.
Yeah, but he's got some abs.
You want abs? I'll take off my shirt right now.
Okay, no one needs to see dust. Anywho, Tundra trying to hit on
I promise
literally everyone.
I promise there's abs under this beer gut.
Okay.
So anyway, they find a book that has the afterwards. They find the book. The book describes the witch with the love potion kiss powers. It also describes the powers of an additional witch, but it only gives it a name called the Thought Witch. Yes,
I think it's the class president.
That hoe over there, witch.
I think the class president's actually a witch.
He might be, but I don't think. I think this chick is the witch, the Thought Witch, because this chick is introduced right after they find out about this thing. The only thing is she's an idiot. So that's the only throw off to my thing, is that she does poorly. Although she does the best out of the idiots, but she still does poorly on all of their makeup tests.
Or she's purposely doing it.
It's possible.
Or can only gain knowledge of other people by kissing them.
Maybe the only way she can gain any knowledge is by kissing somebody, and she's a prude.
Or can just read your thoughts.
Possibly. I guess we'll find out, because we don't know anything at all about her. But so far, the trend is that everybody's power is by kissing somebody. So, again, for a manga that's entirely centered around the idea of kissing somebody, the artist could have at least practiced trying kissing just a fucking little bit.
It hurts so bad.
It hasn't gotten any better. I don't have any examples.
Worse. I honestly thought in this chapter it was worse.
I mean, yeah, actually, like this one right here. Hold on.
Yeah.
I got you. I'll bring it back up on screen. This one. Like, admittedly, he doesn't see it coming, but I'm pretty sure she's chewing on his chin. Last I checked, that is not how one kisses another person.
Yeah. She's just basically biting his lips. at
Yeah,
that
more or
point
less.
because his lips are stick out. So that like you would have to have your teeth for someone's lip to stick out like that. Like that would hurt us so fucking much.
Yeah. And that's pretty much the extent of it. The manga, this volume ended, I felt like just a little early. I felt like it needed just a little more stuff to it. I needed more girls begging him to make them into a love slave. That's what I needed from this volume.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. I thought it was actually this scene was actually really funny because I was like, what the fuck, this
Yeah.
poor dude. And
So,
then I feel like blonde girl knows how to reverse everything too. I feel like she's testing everyone.
I feel like Blonde Girl knows a lot more than she's letting on, but I don't
Yeah,
know how much because she did not know that there were other witches.
yeah,
Or it doesn't seem like she knew it. She might still just be,
playing dumb,
playing fucking head games. But
which she seems to be doing a lot.
yeah, seems to be doing that quite a lot.
That's why I'm moving Best Girl over to the other girl that joined the club, the second girl that joined the club, the short
Really?
hair girl. Yes.
You know who Best Girl is?
Hmm.
Best Girl is fucking this girl right here. Because look at that braid. Mmm.
You're talking about the girl that just got introduced?
Yeah. Look at
No.
that fucking braid.
It's
Look
a
at that
nice
shit.
braid.
Look at
I will
that
admit,
shit.
it is
That's a
really pretty.
it's a nice braid.
Chandra has a type.
I just like braids and
Okay.
collars. But
Okay. Mm-hmm.
we'll come to that eventually too. I'm sure we're leaving Komi for last again, like usual.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Do we want to do Assassination Classroom next?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because we're gonna get the one that I didn't read out of the way.
So the gist of what happens is it was left off the girls got kidnapped for stupid petty shit reasons. Like one of the girls apparently was like an internet star, and one of the guys was like, "Oh, I'm gonna ruin your fame." Doesn't explicitly say how he's going to do it, but it implies like he's gonna rape her. Like there's like a slight subtle remark to it. And then basically all the guys from class E plus the teacher immediately come get the girls and kick all the guys' ass. I think at one point one of them dies because in the picture, I should have brought the picture. It shows like his neck's like turned at a really bad angle. Like his neck got cracked, which I was like, I'm pretty sure he's dead because I don't see him after that point. Anyway, so then it gets moved on to the kids obviously pass the exams from what I've seen. And it goes on to what was it? The teacher, the Mrs. Vitch,
Ms.
essentially,
Bitch.
yeah,
Bitch Sensei.
yeah. Her sensei comes to basically tell her like she failed him and she's going to be reassigned, and she's like, "No, I'm the only one that can do this." And he basically starts choking her out, and the teacher steps in and goes, "No, I have a better idea. We'll test to see who can prove they're the best assassination. You both try to take me out." And that's literally how it kind of like ends on that front. And some of the filler stuff is like Nagisa and some others learn some couple of techniques. There's an AI girl in the mix. Lots of things happen in this chapter, quite honestly. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, I did send a picture of the AI girl. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, I do have a picture of the AI girl. I have many pictures of the AI girl. Let's start
She's
with this
super
one.
cute.
Yeah,
She's
she's pretty
super
fucking
cute.
cute. I'll give you that. Girl on the right is AI girl. Oh,
Yeah,
and I'm guessing by the fact that hold on, I gotta get my cursor.
yeah.
I'm
She was
guessing by the
sent.
fact oh shit, I just resized it instead of dragging it. I'm guessing by the fact that hold on. This girl right here. I'm guessing by the fact that she is like actually fleshed out and better drawn, I imagine she's starting to actually have like a character to her.
Yeah,
Okay, good, because I know her character.
Yeah, like she's one of the girls that got kidnapped. And then the AI girl, basically they sent her in, and she's like this chunk, old style 90s like supercomputer looking thing, and basically tries to assassinate the teacher and fails. Well, gets close, like she gets a good shot and draws blood, but he's like, you're disrupting the students, and shuts her down kind of. And the students tape her and stuff. They're like, you're being annoying. So then what he does essentially is upgrades her to a fucking AI and turns into this super cutesy girl,
Who's
and
this
then
girl?
gets sent. Stop trying to stab the boob. And the creators, who are dicks, were just like, oh, you're not like how we designed you, so we're gonna like revert you. And then she's like, oh, I disobeyed my parents. I override all their programs. He 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 he. And it was like super cute. I
Yeah.
felt sorry for her.
Just so we're on the same page, they gave Monica guns. Just
Yeah,
so, like, that's what has happened here. They gave Monica guns.
pretty much. Monica became a gun. Like has a gun and everything. I really liked her as a cutesy girl though.
Yeah,
It
she's
made
a
me really
cutesy
pissed
girl.
off that they because like she was like this full blown like, oh, don't look under my skirt, I'm so cute girl. And now she's back to the really bad design that they picked for her. I was really mad. That's the gist of what happened. Unfortunately, I'm not good with like analytical stuff. Sorry, guys.
I mean, not a lot happened. This is just the precursor to things happening. This is the way this story works. Is it very much slowly builds an overarching story, but nothing big will happen very often. And
Oh, gotcha.
they're still introducing characters because there's a lot of characters in this manga. There are like a ridiculous number of characters in this manga. I think they still have like probably two or three more to introduce properly. So,
Like more characters?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of characters.
Yeah. It gets excessive. Let's see if there's anything else. We got more Ritsu. Ritsu being cute. Ritsu crying. Ritsu being cute. Ritsu being cute. Girl putting laxatives in somebody's coffee.
Oh yeah, that was actually pretty hilarious. So this girl basically cheats on one of the dudes from class E with a kid from like class B or whatever. And it's just like, oh, you're just some lonely guy from class E, and basically dumps him in front of everybody. And it's just a total bitch about it. And so the teacher's like, oh, this isn't going to fly. We're gonna get revenge. And just like does this group joint where they just want to mess with them. So they put laxative in their coffee, the girl and the guy, and basically does everything they can to shut down all restrooms in the area and forces them to use it in a public restroom because apparently they were too good for the public restroom. And there's like the end scene is them fighting over the bathroom, and I don't think they make it.
They
Yeah, it's pretty
probably do
great.
not. That's not what I wanted to put. Okay. Yeah. So that's it for Assassination Classroom. Fuck that manga.
And then I guess we can go. Cyber's here. I can go to
Yay.
real life.
Relife.
Real
Yes.
life. Oh, let's start off with her smile. Like the beginning of the volume basically picks up where both girls are confronting each other. No, it's not actually.
No, it does
I
not.
forgot. I read ahead.
Gosh. Well, no, that does happen today. The
It does
girls
happen
do
today.
confront each other
Yes.
over the fact that they have one of them thinks that the other one is a stupid bitch, that the other one thinks that the person who thinks she's a stupid bitch is her best friend. Because they're both dumb.
Yeah.
But long story short, the main character talks to, well, where we left off was the red-haired girl who was second best in the class who wants to be better at who wants to be the best at everything, but is second best in everything, steals the bag of the girl who's the best test taker, who also is a bad fucking smiler.
Yeah, no, pretty much. And
So we have bad smiler
I
and
love this. I love
girl
that
who needs
smile.
fucking
Therapy.
fucking therapy. Holy crap,
Like
does she
so
need
much
therapy? Let's
therapy.
go ahead and cut that because
I
as
love
usual,
that picture
we
of
gotta
her. That's
fucking
why I sent it to him because I was like, this is best picture. Also the sponsored. I love that so much. I thought you get a kick out of it.
God damn it.
You would. It's in your alley.
And now I gotta delete the fucking VOD because Katie doesn't know how to crop her fucking images.
Like I told him earlier, I thought you would get your money's worth. So there we go. It's no, I purposely don't crop my images.
Yeah, you need to
Um.
start.
So no, I love this picture of her. This I don't know why I love it as much as I do. I just know I do.
So the long and the short is they finally main character gives where's my cursor? Main character gives Red here a stern talking to. And
Yeah.
she is like, "Oh, I need to be good. I need to go and talk to the other girl and not try and steal her fucking bag." And then he goes to leave, and Miss Shitty Smile over here decides it's a good fucking idea to ambush him outside the building and be like, "That bitch was trying to steal my fucking bag, wasn't she? I'm a
And then he being him was
I'ma
like,
fuck her up."
yeah, him being him was like, nah, girl, you just overreacting. It's just a misunderstanding. You just guys need a hug and do a pillow fight. It'll be okay. And she's like, no,
And
fuck.
no, and she's like, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "Wait, I'm sorry. I forgot you're a gullible dumbass." And
Yeah,
he's
pretty
like,
much.
"I gotta tell you the truth. She fucking hates your guts." And the girl who can't smile is like,
It's like,
"But why? Every time we're in the classroom together, our eyes meet and I smile at
smile
her."
with this fucking smile.
So then they fucking talk, and Red over here realizes that Smiley McSmile bitch is not mocking her and actually just wants to be her friend. So she agrees to be her fucking friend after realizing this. And then there's this great little interlude that's a joke, and it redubs every or recaptions everything. Where instead of saying "I'll be your friend as long as you be my rival and don't try and go easy,"
Yeah, no, pretty much.
on me, and they retool that to "I'll be your friend as long as you Pokemon battle me." And then this is the clip from that bit where
I love
she's just
that.
like, "You're on, bitch."
I love that meme so much. It needs to be like an official meme. It just needs to be. I just love the smile. And then she's just like, wait, smile again.
Oh,
So she smiles.
and then
And then
we do
and then she's
actually
like, wait.
get a real fucking smile from her. God damn it.
Yeah, it's so cute. I had to send it because I was like, this fucking
Where
smile.
is it?
But
There it
no,
is.
so she keeps smiling, and then she's like, this whole fucking time, I thought you were making fun of me. She's like, why would I do something like that? And then the girl just gets pissed off.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's too late. They can see it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
You can put that one image over the other, slightly over the other image.
Yeah, no. There we go. I don't care. All right. Then the next thing that happens is the next morning, the main character's like, "I don't have school today. I'm just going to fuck around at home, get drunk because I'm an adult, even though I'm in a kid's body, and smoke some fucking so much shit.
Secrets.
So many cigarettes." And then his friends come over to visit him. Specifically, transfer student girl and smart boy.
Yeah.
And if you think that's a bad thing, you don't have a
Oh
clue as to
boy.
how bad it is.
Super cute.
So we got super cute transfer student girl over here.
She is super cute when she actually smiles, though. I
She
love
is
it.
so cute. Look at the braids. Proof she's
Look
cute.
at the fucking braids.
Braids.
Super fucking cute. I can't even right now.
And then she's like, oh, I have this weird feeling.
Well, she
I
looks
need.
at the calendar. She like gets nosy and like she picks up the calendar
Yeah, she picks up the calendar, and he's like, "Oh God, she's gonna figure out I'm an adult."
because it says like interview and then like adult type things on the schedule like adults would have. And she looks at it and he like quickly just takes it and like a freak just like starts slamming the walls like, oh, I killed a bug. And she not believing him, but goes along with it, just like, oh, did you get it? And so the one dude leaves for because his job calls him in, which I felt bad for him. And then she's like, oh, it's just us here in your apartment. Cues and sexy jazz music. Like just hits on him. She hits on him. Like careless
Cue this
whispers.
scene.
Yeah.
And then, right as he's about to give in to temptation and start making out with this fucking 17-year-old
he doesn't make out with her.
Piece of ass.
Doesn't make out with her. But
he
like
was about
that,
to.
His handler
walks in the door
because he's just like, wait, so and so's in the area, and he's like, what? And knows what she does, so he GTSOs to his place and just stops it in time.
His handler like walks in the fucking door and yanks her off of him.
And he's just like, the fuck do you think you're doing?
Turns out she's a liar, and she actually works for the real life. She's actually an adult. Spoiler alert for anyone who, was watching this podcast for whatever fucking reason, doesn't realize that there's gonna be spoilers. But she's one of the adults masquerading as a kid.
Yeah, and then like look, the handler literally just goes in, what the fuck do you think you're doing? And just like just goes off on her.
Yeah.
Like it's
not in the same way the main character was about to.
Yeah. But... Nah. I don't know. He was on the wall. He was on the fence about it. And she's like, I'm just being innocent. He's like, you're trying to tempt things that weren't supposed to be tempted. You're not supposed to like get yourself in an uncontrolled environment. This isn't how swine experience goes, you piece of shit. And just basically just goes off on her. Yeah. And then he's just sitting there going, what the fuck's happening? Why is my dick so confused? That's basically what happened. Mm-hmm. And he was like, wait, is it now legal?
I mean, I guess it would. Well, it was already specified that it was legal to begin with because she is a legal adult, per Japanese law, which is not the same thing as a legal adult per any fucking American concept. But anyway, she goes ahead. And
yeah, no, pretty much just like introduces herself.
Yeah, introduces herself. She's a part
and then there's
of the
kitty stickers
program. And then him and black-haired girl who can't smile chat a little bit over their texting app and don't really talk about much.
Which luckily, I think it's too late maybe to get these, but we don't know. The author of the manga series made it so the stickers that she posted in the actual series is available for purchase, so we can get those cute cat stickers.
Presumably.
Yes. For 100 yen.
That's like $1.
Yeah.
It's actually a little less, but still.
I'm
it's not
fucking
bad
excited.
For some cute cat stickers.
I'm fucking excited. I'm going to take a look into this after this because I want those cat stickers.
This fucking episode brought to you by whoever the fuck is still selling those cat stickers. No.
Exactly. Brought to you by Line. That's seriously what it's called.
This episode brought to you by Tidy Cats.
Exactly.
All right. So, moving on because there's not much else to talk about in real life. BNHA?
Yes.
Okay.
I just want you to post the picture first because, okay, guys, when he posts the picture, you done fucked up when All Might arrives looking like this.
Oh, yeah. All right, I got you. When All Might arrives looking like this.
I thought you were gonna post the other All Might one for a second. Then I was like, "Don't you fucking show me? Don't you
Did you
fucking dare!"
expect you want to eat their lunch?
Like the series starts basically with this. Because the students are being attacked, and All Might finally arrives, and just basically is like, "I got your warning, and you guys made a terrible mistake because I'm here." And he just like comes in with this face, and like his MO is he always smiles. So
Yeah.
yeah, someone's about to die. Someone's about to die.
Somebody gonna get their ass beat. But anyway, All Might shows up to save the day basically and beats up all the bad guys, and the bad guys run away. And then they leave is basically the essence of what happens with that fight. Kind of anticlimactic, but All Might has the big fight with the Nomu, who has like all of his powers that's specifically built to kill him.
Yeah.
And then they go to the whatchamacallit, the sports festival begins.
Yes, which is super adorable. I really like this section of My Hero because a lot of things happen and like a lot of people get introduced, but you don't realize they get introduced until like the next segment, really. Because you're like, oh yeah, they're from the sports festival. Like Class B gets more introduced, and then we got more of Mount Lady.
We have a couple of different heroes that are introduced. We've got Mr. Cowboy over here, who's basically Will Smith.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anybody gets that reference?
Back onto
I
his
feel
road
sorry
for the
for
Wild
you because
Wild
you
West.
watched that terrible movie. As well as the
Wild
dude in the
West.
back who can make duplicates of himself, and Midnight, who is the rated R hero. We don't know what the fuck she does yet, though.
Which
But
I
she has
really like her
boobs.
costume design. Yeah, I like her costume design actually.
She has boobs. It's literally her costume design.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then we get a little bit of new characterization with our characters. Ochako, who has the best reason for becoming a hero. I want to make some fucking dough.
For my parents.
Because she's definitely best girl. Definitely not a bad guy. Definitely not a villain. Wants to become a hero only for the money. You know the better way of making money is? Robbing a bank. You know how hard it is to rob a bank when you can make it so the safe floats? Answer, not hard.
Yeah, no, she wants to help her parents with the construction business.
She wants to help her parents make
are for
money.
right now. There's no way that story could possibly be false.
She gonna be a bad guy. I'm telling you. Telling all y'all. Nobody believes me.
I don't think she'll be a bad guy. I don't think she'll be the bad guy. I don't think she's the traitor. I think she's a bad guy for a different segment, but not for like the traitor.
Also, of course, Mama Izuku. Or Mama Midoriya.
Mama Midoriya is the best.
Rooting for him when he's in the sports festival. Because, of course, the sports festival of a high school is fucking televised. Because it's basically replaced the Olympics. And they explain this in the manga. That it has replaced the Olympics for the world. Because the Olympics is stupid when everybody's super powered.
Yeah. Pretty fucking sad, quite honestly. And I'm surprised she was not there at the actual festival. I think that was really fucked that basically everyone's going but Izuku's mom. Like, I feel like parents are allowed to attend.
In her defense, she would have had to have bought 2 tickets.
I think she would get it for free because her son's in it. I would hope. That'd be really fun.
I mean, maybe she gets 1 chair for free, but she needs 2.
No, Dylan, you need to take that back. That's my girl. That's not Tundra's girl. That's fucking
No, my girl's in the next picture. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Actually, no, my girl still hasn't shown up in this manga. Give it time. She'll show. All right, so, and then we get a little bit of a backstory for Mount Lady.
Yeah, Mount Lady already was like, you give me very bad vibes because she stole Kiminari Tumberwoods, whatever his name is like scene, like he was about to finish off this villain, and she's just like, let me spill the sun, like, and this whole thing explains her. This whole thing explains her character.
Yeah, it explains her character. Basically, she's broke because
Yeah.
anytime she does anything, her one power, she doesn't have the ability to make herself bigger. She has this ability to instantly make herself massive. She has
Yeah.
no control of it between point A and point B. So
Yeah.
basically, she breaks fucking everything. And so
All the
anytime
time.
she does something and gets a bounty for it, she has to pay so many fines back that she ends up being broke every time.
Yes, but Cyber I think Cyber would be cool if this was our side chick. I'm just saying.
My lady's a cutie, but
Not
she's a
saying
little
by
bit of a
Izuku's mom.
Should be a
Yeah,
little loser. Anyway, and then
she
when they
is
get to the
though.
sports festival, of course, they only did the first round of the sports festival, which Midoriya won entirely, well, Deku Scrub won entirely by using ingenuity to use
Yes.
the different um program, the different parts of the test against itself so that they didn't have to he didn't have to use his powers was basically the goal
Yeah.
because he still doesn't know how to control his powers to a level where he doesn't fucking hurt himself.
Which I do appreciate. They brought like he shows his strategic and intelligence throughout this course. He times everything well. He uses his environment to his advantage and wins. Which, like, that's why Deku is one of my favorites. Like, he's a good main character, in my opinion.
Yes, except for he's not.
He's best main
No,
character.
he's actually a decent main character for a shonen.
And then there's Todoroki, who of course comes in second. And poor Todoroki's just minding his own business when Bakugo comes through and just trying to be like the best. He's basically Gary from Pokemon, but worse. Because at least Gary has aspirations, real aspirations, and realizes he's a fucking loser and goes back to the lab.
All right.
Yes, that is his true power. Thank you.
Deku's true power is fanboy. This is
Fanboy.
true. His one true power is that he's a fanboy. Anyway, so what's the next one we had to talk about? Because this one's pretty much done with Deku winning
Wait. I know you're not going to end this without showing All Might in his lunchbox.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta.
That's the best scene of all time. What are you talking about? He just like All Might becomes all maideny, and it's my favorite thing ever. And he's just like, "Do you want to eat lunch together, Deku?" And just like puts up his lunch. It's like a schoolgirl, exactly. Like Achako says here. It's amazing. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah. He's a good little schoolgirl. So then, next manga we gotta talk about. You gotta talk about Chocho?
Yes.
Alright, let's talk about Chocho. So we added a new manga this week, which is titled Hibi Chocho, and we only read the first volume. And this manga is about this girl. Come on, damn it. Resize.
She's super fucking cute.
She's super fucking cute.
I like the drawing. I like the art in this manga.
The manga's, yeah, the art is decent.
The art is pretty decent.
Which, after our argument a couple weeks ago about what we would consider for this show, we determined that we were doing only Korean and Japanese mangas, not anything American or anything any other country. Of course, with the very first new one we add, Katie immediately suggests something from China.
Yeah. Because it's some good art.
That being said, it does have really good art. It's definitely something new, so I'm okay with it. That being said, so far the story is fucking god-awful.
Yeah, it is. It really is, though.
I don't even have anything to, like, say about this story other than basically the story is that the girl doesn't talk to boys because she's so beautiful and she's like afraid of them. It's like Komi but without the adorableness and cuteness and the humor of Komi. And then this boy,
she has social anxiety. It's more like guys are kind of freaks. I don't want to talk to them, which, you know, that's fine.
Guys are creepy weirdos.
Like, this guy's like, I think I like this girl, and is super nice to her. And then she's like, And then they bluntly ask her, like, "Oh, do you have feelings for him?" And she gets all in flush, which is cute. And she's like going no, but she really means yes. And that's how it kind of ends. That's part of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a very fast-paced story,
Yeah,
in all
it's a very
honesty.
slow-paced story, and so far it's a very, very straightforward romance.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that neither one of these two likes. I think she's a lesbian and he's gay, and yet they're trying to be forced to love each other because it's China.
What if that is the plot, though?
What if that is the plot?
The
If
plot.
that's actually the plot, if the plot is actually that she's a lesbian and he's gay, but they can't love each other because this is China and fucking Chinese censorship on that kind of stuff isn't like is like massive, then I will like this story. But anything short of that, and we're probably gonna have some
What if
problems.
we can just do this? Why don't we just like do this? If we read the next story, and it isn't that we just rewrite it, we
Isn't
just freestyle it.
isn't it only
We
like
get our own stuff.
three volumes to begin with? Whatever.
Pretty much, we'll just freestyle it for everyone.
Okay, so
Everyone cool with that? You want
there's
some
not a lot that
freestyle
really
manga?
happens in this volume other than they do eventually talk to each other after hemming and hawing back and forth as to whether or not they actually want to talk to each other. It's really really
Yeah, they're
fucking
forced
annoying.
conversations. It's really cringy because they're like minding their own business, doing what they want, and their friends are like, "Oh, you should talk to so and drags them together to force an interaction
All right, after only an
constantly.
hour, we have two fucking mangas left.
Jeez, we pushed this through pretty well.
That's because nothing happened in like 3/4 of our fucking mangas. Also, partially because almost every one of them, I don't know if you noticed this, Katie, the trend that almost like coincidentally every week, every manga we read has like a trope that like happens in all of them or a large portion of them. This week it was the uh beach or pool scene trope.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
It happened in, well, don't worry. We're going to get to
Don't
it.
worry.
Cuz I mean, I think the only one we haven't got, in fact, two of the ones it happens in we haven't done yet. But it happened in pretty much all of them and it took up a large portion of each volume with very little content.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Um, just kind of looking at some of these things you sent to me. I think honestly, I really want to see what Comey's brother looks like because I'm expecting him to be super gorgeous,
Oh, that's
but
right.
also really calm.
They introduced Tadano's sister this episode. So as you are aware now, you were wrong. Tadano does actually have a sister.
Yeah, which is funny.
I guess we're talking about Comey now, so we might as well just talk about Comey.
Yeah, because why not?
So we'll start here. Tadano when he sees Comey in her yukata,
Yes,
because I
it's
mean,
so cute.
in his defense,
I'm gonna
damn
awaken a new
girl.
fetish. I just want like a sound effect for this to be the Pokemon level up sound effect, where it's like where the Pokemon learns a new like move. He's like found a new fetish. But seriously, look at this. Look at this shit. She's super cute. I
Yeah,
like how her hair's braided. I really like the design on that.
yeah, it's pretty cute.
It's actually really nice.
And we also got a little bit of wholesomeness eye candy where Comey and her dad decide
Yes.
through. So we've met all of Comey's family now. We've met her brother, who is just like her, and her dad, who is just like her. Her dad, on the other hand, is way worse, and
Very
he
true.
will not
Yes.
talk at all.
Yes.
So we have gotten to a point where we are at like, oh, Comey won't talk and her dad won't talk, but they've managed to communicate anyway, back and forth.
Which is super adorable, actually.
And he's happy that she was able to make friends at school. So she gets
Yes.
her hair ruffled and being all cute together.
Yes. And then like she's just like, oh dad, you're such a scrub. Not aware of how much of a scrub she is. Which is pretty great to be honest.
And we have
I do
another
like blue.
we do have another contest this week.
Oh,
Do we want to talk about the new contest?
yeah, we can talk about the new
The new
apparent contest.
contest is last week our contest was whose outfit for
Oh yeah,
Comey's was the best outfit. This
yeah.
week, as I said before, we have a beach episode. So guess what
Yep.
we have?
Which is the best beach outfit?
Everyone
Yeah.
in a swimsuit.
Yes.
Which I gotta say, Yamai's is not half bad.
I do like the little ribbons on the bottom of this. I do greatly appreciate like that is really cute and it's ruffled.
But of
Comey's isn't
course,
bad.
Comey's is cute. But you know who wins as always? Maybe not with the best swimsuit,
Best girl.
but with the best body in it.
Her swimsuit's super cute. I like the polka dots.
Yeah, the polka dots are cute, and the outfit is like kind of cute. I think the best swimsuit is probably Yamai's, maybe Comey's,
I like the
but
one with the ribbons the best.
obviously Augury is the best.
That says the best. I like the swimsuit a lot, actually.
Which
I
one?
think it's the best. The one with the bows on the bottom.
Oh, Yamai's.
Yep.
Hold on. This one.
Yes.
My cursor placement is intentional, just so you're all aware.
You sick fuck. Yes. Amides is the best.
Yamai's, yeah.
If you
Okay.
want to place in your votes now in the chat so we can get the best one.
Yeah.
Is it picture number 1, picture number 2, picture number 3, or picture number 4? Left to right.
Left or right?
Let's make this more confusing.
Right? I mean, if I had big ass numbers, I'd put them up there, but I don't, so.
And then what? There's like a lot that happened in Comey. There wasn't and it wasn't. There wasn't at the same time.
You guys think Comey's is the best? Comey's swimsuit's the best?
1. Okay.
So far, we got 2 votes for number 1.
If you pick a my swimsuit, everyone, I was gonna say I'll put you in the giveaway, but I think most of you are already in my giveaway.
Speaking of giveaways, the way to access the giveaways is to follow and subscribe to this channel.
And to my channel, which Tundra has conveniently covered.
Temporarily hidden by Best Girl.
My giveaway is tomorrow, by the way, everyone.
So I think so far it's pretty much
Comey won. from the
Comey
looks of
wins
it.
as always. She is pretty cute though, gotta admit. Okay. Let's
And then
clean house.
I really like this image that Tundra sent. It's the girl. Maya's just like, or not Maya. The other girl was just like, I want to die. And Comey's like, you can't.
Oh yeah, Najmi
Yes.
doesn't want to take tests because it's test time.
It's like the best meme ever.
I love the he, she, it when it comes to Najmi.
Yes, like they're just like they don't even know anymore. Like Najmi doesn't even know.
Najmi himself doesn't even know herself.
Like, I'm gonna say them, I guess. They don't know their gender. They don't identify me. Oh no, I don't know how that would work.
Thank you very much for the follow.
Yes, thank you for following Tundra.
All right, what else do we have over here? We have so many opportunities for Best Girl. Oh, that's not ideal.
And then if you also want to support me as well, please go to my Twitch.
Hold
Sorry,
on, I
I
broke
spoke.
everything.
Not right
There
now.
we go.
Okay.
Okay.
What happened?
I broke everything, but it's back up. Not the stream. That's the only thing I
Oh,
didn't
the
break.
manga is called Komi. I'm waiting for Thunder to yell at me. It's Komi something. Um, but you can find it on Manga Rocks, which is a free app, and you can easily find it. And you have also access to a lot of different mangas that we've been reading as well.
Yeah, it'll show up on Manga Rocks as Miss Comey is bad at communication.
Yeah. Which is what we've literally been using for all these manga reviews.
Which is not the direct translation, but it's what shows up on almost everything. So, yeah, we've been using Manga Rock for almost everything. One of these days, I'll get her once this show's actually big enough. We might actually get a sponsor from them because that's what we use for literally everything except for Assassination Classroom because somebody picked a manga that isn't on Manga Rocks.
And then if you want to keep track of our shows and stuff like that, here's the Discord for Tundra. If you want to click on it, I sent you the invite for everyone that participated in this right now. That way you can get up to date.
The Discord link is at the bottom of the screen.
Yes. And then here's also for mine as well. So in case you want more shows with Tundra and I, because we do also like sensitive talks and stuff. That way you can keep track on that as well.
Anyways, let's continue. What else do we have? We have more Best Girl. So we've got this right here. So more situations where Komi fails to communicate properly and has the usual issue that everyone has where they then think about their conversations later at night when they can't sleep and feel like a complete and utter idiot.
I love this so much. I misunderstood. Anxiety point number 6. Poor Komi.
Yeah, poor Komi.
She tries. I'm trying to read what it says on here. Paper hair? Komi hair. Code. I don't understand it.
The word paper and the word hair are the same word. There's a lot of words that are the same words in Japanese, and you're only able to tell what is being talked about via context, which can cause situations like this.
That sucks. I understand why okay, I understand that now. I would make the same mistake.
Oh.
Sorry, excuse me.
What else do we have that we wanted to talk about? Not much from this manga this week, other than the fact that Komi's fucking adorable. Yeah, I have nothing else for resources as far as this goes. Other than
her grandma. She visits her grandma.
They do visit their grandma.
It's super
Grandma's
nice.
a bitch.
Kinda, yeah. Like there's a nice tender moment between the grandma where like grandma's like stroking her hair. But yeah, the
Grandma's not a bitch. I misspoke with that. Grandma's not a bitch. Grandma just has a tendency to be a hard ass. Yeah. But when she once she's talked to Komi and finds out that Komi's doing well, she's happy for that fact. And there's a tender moment between the two of them.
Which is super cute. Like Komi lays on her grandma's lap and then like she just strokes her hair, which I love. It's so cute.
And I think at this point, we come to the last manga of the week, which is Nisekoi. And the biggest thing I wanted to talk about with Nisekoi is now that we've had a proper introduction of the girl character. So last week we ended with a new character that's a boy that is trying to steal away Star Butterfly from the main male character.
Yep.
But this boy who's trying to steal away Star Butterfly turns out to actually be a girl at the very end of the last volume. Everything works out well. Basically. Whoop-de-doo. Nothing really happens from it. But the boy character basically starts fucking hitting on this girl. And has been this entire new volume. real fucking hard, and he doesn't
Yeah.
even know he's doing it because he's a total fuck. He's a dense MC. This is a harem anime. Get used to it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've
So the
had to
girl's
get.
like,
I do nothing but visual novels. I've had to get used to a lot of dense main characters. This one is like every other.
yeah, no, like basically girl's like, I don't know what to do with all this attention. And then he's just like, why is she being so weird with me? And it's just like, oh my God.
Yeah, but then the thing is that because he's flirting with her, and he does, and she isn't used to that, she starts falling in love with him, but she has no idea what's going on because she's never
Yeah.
liked a boy, never liked anybody. And this kind of
Sure.
brings up a very valid concept. And that's the difference between a tsundere for the sake of the trope versus a tsundere for the sake of character development.
Yeah.
And we of course have our terrible fucking main love interest, Star Butterfly,
He's
also known as
just
Kurosaki,
a tsundere just to be a tsundere. Like
who's a
there's
tsundere
no,
just to be a tsundere.
yeah, there is no redeemable or other quality to her besides, oh, I'm just gonna be this really abusive asshole that is wishy washy just to be wishy washy.
She's consistently violent just for the sake of being violent, and she gains nothing out of it. She gains nothing out of it. There's no story to be gained out of it. She's just being violent and rude and bossy for the sake of being violent, rude, and bossy. She's not trying to cover up any weakness or anything like that.
Yeah.
Then we have this girl who's been added, who I've affectionately nicknamed Sue, because Sugami, which is her name, is also is a boy's name, and also it's hard to remember.
Yeah.
So I call her Sue, and she is a tsundere. Also, she gets violent with the main character relatively often, but she does it because she legitimately doesn't know better. She doesn't realize what's going on.
Yeah.
She's going through puberty, and her feelings and emotions are all
So
over the
much that,
place. And
yeah.
she reacts by reacting outwards because she's never been taught by her quote unquote dad, glasses, four eyed dude who's a piece of shit, how to actually deal with any kind of emotions. Especially because Claude doesn't even realize she's a fucking girl. Claude legitimately
Yeah.
thinks that she's a boy.
Yeah, which I got really confused on that whole thing.
How you can
But
raise a kid from being like 4.
yeah, to a teenager.
No, wait, they met when they were 10 and they're 16 now, or 10 years ago and they're 16 now. So I don't know how you can raise a 6-year-old to the point of being a 16-year-old and never realize what actual sex that kid is.
Even back then, like even at 6, like you would know.
Yeah. Like it's
Like
how what were you having them take baths and showers by themselves? The
or having someone
fuck?
do it for you. You never like was there when when birth was given. Like
Well, I
what
mean, he
happened?
adopted her when she was 6, so
Oh, fair enough. But still, there had
yeah.
to be period talks. There had to be like,
I imagine there have been no period talks. I will
I'm
be
like,
surprised if that. Okay, actually, I would be surprised if that comes up, but I would also
I'm
not be
going under the
surprised if it
assumption that
doesn't.
he wanted a boy so badly. He basically was in denial and wanted her to be a boy.
Claude's a jackass, so it wouldn't surprise me at all whatsoever.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it was just like, oh, well, I can't give an orphan back.
Can't give an
Like,
orphan back. There's nobody to give her back to,
exactly. Like, you have to take care of it. So
right?
there's no refunds. Like, oh, well. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Um, no, I felt really bad for her. Actually, I was like, that sucks. That sucks real bad.
feel bad for her because her dad's shitty, but I don't feel bad for her because she actually is a decent character, and I'm really looking forward to her being in the series. In fact, I would argue that she is almost better than Onodera as a character.
How dare you? Onodera is the best
I
character.
said almost.
Okay, Onodera is the main character who the main character actually likes, who I really strongly hope they actually build a relationship together because she's the
Also,
best.
this is important. Relative to Onodera, last week we of course discussed the fact that Onodera is, well, best girl and has a key, which might match the lock that the main character has around his neck with the girl from the girl he promised to or date
Yes.
in 10 years
Yes.
or whatever.
I know
But
what
we
you're talking
find
about.
out in this manga, just like everybody has somebody they made a fucking promise with 10 years ago, everybody also has a motherfucking key.
Which is funny. That's why I like this anime actually. Is it because the girl is like the lead character isn't the worst, but because everyone literally has the same backstory, which is hilariously done, in my opinion. Like it starts off literally like, oh, I made a promise to this girl like 10 years ago. Literally every girl in the series has a key.
I think my favorite part is the fact that she's now gone from being Star Butterfly to being Lucy 3.0.
I know. I know. It hurts so bad. Because at least Lucy has like an actual decent personality.
Right? So, goddamn, we've only been live. Oh, we have one more thing we have to discuss. Actually, two. Two more situations happened in this manga this week. So, at one point, they go on a class trip.
Yeah.
And Claude goes along too, without anybody knowing, and decides to be a cool idea to switch the male bath sign with the female bath sign, tricking the main character into going into the female baths.
Which is
Followed immediately by Star Butterfly.
Yep.
And annoyance ensues. I'm surprised I don't have any booby shots. Sorry guys, no more boobies tonight. But at some point in this process, through the usual wacky hijinks and confusion, Star Butterfly manages to land to plant a kiss right on the main character's ass.
Yep. Which is pretty great, actually.
And he gets to see all the girls naked, including his teacher.
Yeah, which is kind of awkward.
And we've come full circle back to real life.
Yeah, pretty much. My favorite scene is because he, like, the main character girl actually doesn't beat him up for it because she also made that mistake. And so she tries to actively help him get out. And
well, no, she realizes Claude, she had seen Claude earlier in the day, and she realizes that Claude is the one who set this up. And she's like, oh, that piece of shit's being a piece of shit. I got you.
Yeah, so she, like legitimately helps him, which is, like, nice, actually.
Yeah.
He sees all the titties.
He sees like all the titties.
Yeah, which I feel really bad for the girls, actually.
And I mean, it could have happened. It could have been somebody like, you know, not fucking
Minata.
Yeah, it could have been like Mineta or like any of the fucking males who the whole time are listening across the wall from next door.
Yeah. Kind of like the whole class are kind of horn dogs. Like, they try to bait the main character into doing stuff with her, which is really skeevy because they're like really invested into it, like really creepily invested into the relationship.
That just shows you how much you know nothing about fucking high school boys, because that is like 100% fucking typical.
Being that accurate, like that invested.
That's really fucking accurate, I gotta be honest.
That is sad as shit. Because us girls would be like, every girl, like every female friend I've ever had in high school was just like, oh, cool. Did
Us
not
girls,
care.
Kitty says like she is in fact a girl too. No, just...
Am I basically the bodyguard? Do I not know my sex?
I mean, bodyguard is best girls, so...
So...
Yeah. Okay, so then the next thing that happens is they have a test of courage, which is basically like a what we call like a haunted forest concept where they people dress up as like haunted things and you have to walk through and they draw partners and of course the main character draws surprisingly Onodera. So things actually go relatively well for a little bit until Kirasaki, also known as Star Butterfly, decides to volunteer to help out with this whole process.
Yeah.
And because she is petrified of the dark, as we found out a little while ago, last week, I want to say.
No, you're right.
Yeah, I think last week we found out she's petrified of the dark. So, of course, she gets terrified, and he realizes that she's probably disappeared and hidden out in the forest, hiding because she's terrified of everything around her. And so he leaves Onodera to go find her and rescue her. And she realizes that it's and Star Butterfly realizes that it's very possible that the main character might just be the boy she made a promise to 10 years ago, because he has a scar on his forehead that matches a wound that the boy she knew got defending her from a stray dog.
Yeah, which I was honestly a little mad about. I was like, no, do not match these two together. Either she needs massive character development or needs to be the wrong boy. Please tell me it's the bodyguard girl. Bodyguard girl.
It's not going to be Bodyguard Girl.
I wanted so badly to be that. Like, honestly. Oh god, what if it's Onodera and bodyguard girl? Oh god, Onodera does not deserve that.
Bodyguard Girl doesn't even have a key as far as we're aware.
She has a lock. That's why I'm saying
No,
she has a
doesn't.
lock. I want her to have a lock.
Okay. That'd be great, because somebody needs to at this point. Because otherwise, who's the other fucking person?
Yeah, no.
We need a male infused into this to finish out the fucking pattern.
What if it is him? Because remember she thought she was a boy this whole time, so she would have dressed up as a boy.
when we need him for something.
Exactly. Yeah, no, that's basically
won't be over
it.
until next week.
I squealed really hard actually when they hold hands because I was like, "Yay, they're holding hands! Oh my god!"
Yeah,
and then
super
and then
cute.
she's like, and then he had to be all decent and just like, "Oh yeah, so and so must be scared," and leaves her. And I was like, "No."
Hey, Dolphin, welcome.
Dolphin, hi! Thank you for coming.
So, do we have anything else to really talk about here?
Not really.
Okay, so
We can talk about All Might's lunchbox some more.
we have something
We can
else
show
to
them little
discuss.
bunnies.
We kicked
we do?
Orange because it's done.
Yes.
So we got to figure out what the fuck we're gonna replace it with.
Anyone got to throw out some suggestions for manga before we make suggestions?
Okay, so we got to figure out what we want to add. What we're losing is a romance anime or manga. I'm gonna keep saying anime. Fucking deal with it. So we
Okay, being
should
so hard.
probably replace it with a romance manga.
No, Origami. It's obvious romance manga.
No, it's not. Good try though. You know
Yeah.
what I want to? Okay, I'm
sorry.
gonna throw something out there. It's 9 volumes and it's complete. And you
Okay.
tell me if you're down.
All right.
Bigata HK.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
It's actually one of the most. Okay, here's the funny part. Tom accuses me of being like an ecchi hater. I introduced him to this series, which is the most fucking ecchi thing.
You really don't get more etchy than Bigata HK. I promise you
And this
guys,
proves
you're
right
gonna
here.
get titties almost every week.
Yeah, and Thunder's like, "How did I miss this?" And I was like, "I don't know. It's the best anime. One of the best animes like for a while I've seen. Like it's so funny. It makes you legit laugh. It's an anime and a manga series. Basically, it's about this girl, Yayu Yamada, and she basically wants to sleep with 100 boys. I don't know why. I do not recommend that. STDs, like that's just screaming so many STDs. But basically, she wants to lose her virginity. Is a total freak going about the whole thing. But surprisingly, I'm surprised she doesn't get laid with how much of a freak she is. And she's in Japan. So like I don't know how. But
Yeah, she's a
basically
freak.
the story on how she
She tries to get laid.
Yeah, that's literally, she tries to get laid, and she wants to get laid specifically by a guy who's also a virgin, or she wants to lose her virginity to somebody who's also a virgin, so
Yeah.
that she doesn't get made fun of and ridiculed by a hot guy, and then not be able to succeed with her 100 sex friend conquest, because then everybody will know she doesn't know what she's doing.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, there's a difference between dating and having sex time. You can date 100 boys, and you can have sex with 100 boys. I'm just saying, be careful. Be extremely careful with what you're doing.
So you think we should just go ahead and bite the bullet and add Bigata HK for the new one?
Yeah, I'm in. I'm game. I'm super
Okay.
game.
We are now officially done with Orange and adding Bigata HK,
Yeah.
which should last us 7 weeks, according to what I see. Do we know how much longer we have on some of these? Because it might be a good idea to consider, like, adding additional.
I know, which one was it? On.
Blue Spring is going to end now in 9 weeks. It's a long, because it has such short fucking volumes. I caught up this week. I didn't read Blue Spring last week, and I caught up this week in 25 minutes.
Yeah. Blue Spring's going to end pretty shortly. I know Real Life might end. Let's see. How much does Real Life have to go on?
Real Life, I want to say, has another 4 weeks.
Yeah. There's 222 chapters. We're on chapter 44 currently.
Yeah, we read almost 20 a week, give or take.
Yeah, so pretty much.
Wait, Real Life, we're on 52.
We're doing like volume 1. Like we do 1 volume per session. So it would be Yamada like volume 1 if there is, or like 7 chapters of Yamada. Depends how they have the chapter system.
We do volumes. So in Yamada's case, the chapters are short, but the volumes are many chapters. In this case, I just had it up. There's like 300 chapters, but each chapter is like a couple pages. It was 9 weeks, 9 volumes for Bigata, which in this case is that's something you're gonna have to that's something you're gonna have to watch out, because I know the anime is named
Have a good night, Em.
Is named Yamada's First Time, and that's gonna confuse us both if you're not careful.
I'm gonna say Cherry Girl meets Cherry Boy for the series. That's what we're just gonna call it. Because that's literally it. Okay, so like this is the other instant.
Yeah, so here's an example. The first volume of Bigata HK is 36 chapters long, but each chapter is only between 3 and 5 pages long. I think the longest one is the first chapter at 8 pages. So the first volume, even though it's 36 chapters long, is only just over 150 pages, which is pretty typical for a volume for us. It's right around 120 to 140 usually. That's a little long, but not too bad.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward, because like Yamada's like dialogue is the best.
Yeah.
Because like literally she goes up to meet the main character, and literally verbatim in the anime series is just like, "Are you a cherry boy?" Just like he's just like, "Wait, what?" And he just gets horrified. And her friend's just like, "What is wrong with you?" It's like the best. Like those anime series, I'm not kidding. Go check it out. Like that's the best dialogue. One of the best dialogue ever.
There are only 7 volumes of Real Life, and we are going into volume 4, which means there are only 4 weeks left of Real Life.
Yep. Sad.
Most of these are not completed. I feel like Assassination we have a lot left to read, but I'll check.
Yeah, that's gonna take a while.
Assassination Classroom is 21 volumes. Although we can combine 20 and 21 because it only adds 3 chapters. Um, so they're being 20 chapters long, and we're only going into number 4. We're looking at another 17 weeks on Assassination Classroom. That's a long time.
Yeah, no, I was expecting assassination class. I expect we're gonna be on that for like, I want to say like, I don't know, 2 months, 3 months for that.
Yeah, that 17 weeks translates to 6 months, give or take.
Yes. Also, keep in mind, I will be unavailable towards the end of March, so there is going to be that. So we probably could carry off until April. We'd be done with the series.
Yeah. And as usual, I can't find half of the stuff on Manga Rock because their search feature is incredibly fail.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's pretty much all we've covered. We did a really good job keeping this shorter than the others. I wish there was more substance we could talk about, but there really isn't. The stories are pretty much still beginning, so things are trying to build the world and like world words world building.
There's a lot of world building and a lot of
yes,
these.
thank you. Thank you.
I'm just glad that we have at least a couple that have gotten good to make up for that fact. Like Real Life just jumps right into it, which is nice. Katie, what the fuck are you doing?
What?
Like, you've had constant feedback on your microphone for probably the last, I don't know, 4, 5 solid minutes.
I scratched my head.
Yes, stop doing that.
Sorry, guys.
What are you using your Logitech again?
No, I'm using my mic.
Okay. I don't understand how you're getting that much feedback from scratching your head, because it's real bad. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It sounds like you're playing the bongos, like.
My bad.
Yeah.
I'm the bongo cat.
You're bongo cat.
Spoilers, guys. Yeah, I'm bongo cat, but I'm a fox. I'm a bongo fox.
Bongo fox.
Yeah.
You're doing it again.
Oh, those are my headphones. Hold on. There. There, is that better?
A little, yeah. It still does it occasionally, but you just got to be careful about what's bumping up against things in your microphone. You gotta remember, these Blue Yetis are sensitive as hell.
Yeah, the clicking's not me, that's Tundra, but he's doing stuff. So.
Yes, the clicking is me, because it picks up my mouse. Because they are super sensitive microphones. And I can't really lower the gain a whole lot.
Ooh, you were scratching there.
Yeah, that's because I was lowering the gain as I was speaking there. Yeah. But yeah, you're always gonna hit it will almost always pick up my mouse, and I can't create a filter because my mouse is relatively loud. It'll get worse when I type.
Yeah, no, pretty much. But yeah, that. Do you have anything else to talk about, or does anyone else want to talk about something before we leave?
Do we have any other mangas we want to add or consider removing? Because holy shit, I cannot imagine reading Assassination Classroom for another 6 months.
I guess we could do 2 more sessions of Assassination Classroom and then mix it with something, swap it out for something else. I would like to personally trade out Blue Spring Ride.
You think we can't deal with that one anymore?
I can't deal with it anymore. I've seen the anime. It's basically the same exact thing.
Does it get any better? Like, from where it is now?
It
because
does.
Honestly, I feel like we totally... Wait, have we even talked about Blue Spring tonight?
No, we
skipped Blue Spring entirely, didn't we?
Skipped it.
Holy shit, we skipped an entire fucking manga, and shit fucking finally happened in this goddamn manga.
Yeah, which I did give you a few things. Actually, a couple things did funny happen in the series. So, like, 2 of the girls realize they have feelings for the same boy. The super cute girl and then the main character girl. And they go over to his house, essentially.
By the way, all 3 pictures you sent me are from the next volume.
Oh, never mind.
You're such a noob. Okay, sh- that being said, they did at least get to the point where so the last thing that happened, this is almost the last scene in this volume. I'm putting it up on the stream right now, Katie.
Okay.
Is they remember when they're in the kitchen and they're getting tea and she knocks over the cutesy girl knocks over the bag of potatoes and they start picking them up together, and then the main character girl Futaba walks in and it looks like Mabuchi is like cornering her in the in like the pantry, and
Yeah,
he steps
she comes
out
out.
and just says before anyone asks anything, he says this right here, I didn't really do anything, and she's blush and the cutesy girl is blushing like hell. That is the last thing that happens.
Yeah, that's the last thing that. Yeah, okay. I know what happened essentially. Yeah,
Yeah.
they go to her house, house for a study session, and the cutesy girl before then was like, "I'm gonna fight for his love," and the other girl was like, "I like him too, though." So they're like rivals, and so
not really.
this
They
happens.
kind of admitted to each other. They were direct with each other, like, "Hey, we're friends. This isn't gonna come between us."
Yeah, no, I know, but they
God,
also
I
are
want
they're
tea.
like playful love rivals. So like, there's no hard feelings. Like
Yeah.
it's chill. It's actually really like it's really nice how they handle it. That's why I like the series. Like for the most part, is like the relationships are handled pretty well.
Yeah, I mean that's something that I'm liking, and like it. There was a lot of character building at the beginning of this episode or this volume. A lot of that's literally what they did is they went on a character building expedition for like leadership because they're all part of the classroom student council kind of thing.
And they basically help each other out throughout the way. And builds trust and stuff, and they open up with each other.
He helps
which is
cutesy
really nice.
girl across the river. He carries the main character girl Futaba when she fucks up her ankle.
Which he's actually really strong. He looks like
I keep wanting to call her Futa instead of Futaba, and I'm just like, no, that's not right. She doesn't have a dick.
I
that
know.
we know of.
Oh, plot twist.
And as this manga started out with the main character girl being like, I don't want to be a girl. I want to be as boyish and ugly as possible so the boys don't like me. And now she's kind of like moving to be like, oh, but I want this boy to like me. And I kind of like the character development that's happening there. That being said, it is very slow, and we are literally looking at another 4 months of this.
Yeah, and I do like her hairstyle and stuff. I do. She is the example of like no matter what she does, she'll come out smelling like a rose type of scenario where she's like, "Oh, let me look boyish," but all the boys still fall for her, which is ridiculous in my opinion. But you know, that's my personal opinion.
So Blue Spring Ride, I mean, I guess we could consider taking off Blue Spring Ride if nothing else. If you've already read it and nothing else, it's not going to get better.
It gets better once the other character hits. It gets like things like start becoming really picked up. But I know you're not getting the patience.
It's just really slow, and there's not anything to talk about. This is week 3 where we've had nothing to talk about on this manga.
Yeah. So that's why I'm trying to like
get
your guys' opinion.
This is the most interesting week in this manga we've had, and we forgot about it. It was still that boring.
Like, yeah, and I agree with that. Like, stuff does happen in the next volume. Like, we do learn about the dude's background and why he's like how he is, like more officially, like why he's such a dick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it gets more into that.
Yeah.
And yeah.
What did you think of Hibi Chocho?
I thought it was cutesy. I thought it was really cutesy. I don't know. I think we should give it another shot on the second volume and see if it gets.
I think we should give it better. 2 or 3 volumes. I agree, 2 or 3 total. Because you're right, and it's different. Because it's Chinese, not Japanese. It definitely has a different pacing, and you can feel the difference in the wording, in the writing, in the art style. Obviously. That being said, my one worry is that because the Chinese are so late to the manga game, I am worried that this is going to be a story we've heard 100 times because it's.
I agree.
That's what I'm a little hesitant on. But like, I did send you another picture of the series. It's a small picture, but they're like fighting over the boy. I feel like there's going to be more stuff happening in the next volume,
I don't see this.
which I'm hoping. It's literally like the last message I sent you.
Oh,
Yeah.
that did happen in this volume.
Yeah, like the story does kind of pick up where like there is a love rival between the two.
Yeah, there's a
There's
girl.
another really cute girl.
Basically, it has become like one girl is like always is out of the reach for all the boys, and then there's another girl who's super cute who's like I can go to be with whoever I want kind of thing, which is kind of like isn't bad. I kind of like her. I like the
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I think we can give it a couple more weeks to see. That being said, we do need to come up with some form of criteria as to what allows us to drop a manga. Because some of these are just bad.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, but at the same time, I don't want to just drop manga before they've gotten an opportunity to get good.
I guess for me, it's story. I'm a total lore story type person. I feel like if we stay away from the like visual, like the visual will be nice, but we need to find something with an actual story, something we can actually actively talk about during our talks with the people like who are watching us, the very nice people. You're very amazing people.
We do
Would be like
appreciate
really
all of
interested
you
in doing.
guys' support.
Yeah, like we want to give you something you guys are going to be actually invested into and go check it out yourselves. Not saying like these stories are boring. I'm just saying like we want something with actual substance.
But Blue Spring Ride is fucking boring.
Yeah. It is. It is a very slow paced story.
Especially because like if we wanted to get if we wanted a romance manga, there are other romance mangas that have more going for it that still tell a good legitimate romance story additional to everything else that makes it so we have things to talk about. Like off the top of my head, obviously we don't like we've discussed, we don't want to shove all of the big names all at once. But like right off the top of my head, Toradora.
Yeah.
There's so much going on in Toradora outside of Ryuji and Taiga's love story that
I would read it.
There's so many other things going on around that I can't say it's bad. Like that I would never be bored reading it. I'm legitimately bored reading Blue Spring Ride. And this is the first time I've not been bored for any portion of Blue Spring Ride was when Cutesy Girl, because I like Cutesy Girl. I like her personality, and I think she's cute. And so she's kind of brought something to the manga that didn't have before. But even then, having her join has been like...
Yeah, no, I understand
it's not enough. It's something good, but not enough.
I guess, me personally, like, I want to introduce Fruits Basket to replace Blue Spring Ride because it's still that nice, wholesome love story.
God, I fucking hate Fruits Basket, but I'm almost willing to do it just to get rid of Blue Spring Ride. And I say that
Fruits Basket is a better pace.
I say that with
stuff
like
going on.
With the caveat that I don't hate Fruits Basket until like volume like 13,
which is like basically towards the end.
No, it's like a 30 volume manga. It's fucking stupid
like
long, which is part of why I don't really like it, is because it goes on way longer than necessary. It draws out a story. Which might have been because it was selling incredibly well, and it's still one of the best. Yeah, Fruits Basket's OG. It's one of the best mangas at the time, and it was selling incredibly well. But it doesn't hold up to the test of time. When you've read it already in the past, and then you try and go back and reread it, it's really hard to reread.
But here's my problem. Like, I didn't want to introduce, like, I want to say Noragami, but I want to hold off Noragami until like maybe our second session of mangas, because I don't want to keep playing out the big names, but Origami is one of my favorite ones I want to review because I haven't finished reading it. So
that's I can find us a couple of options that aren't big names, but the thing is that Blue Spring Ride is like a romance, and we should replace it with a romance because we already have a lot of non-romances on here. One Punch, Assassination, Hero, My Hero. Yamada
True.
is kind of sorta reincarnated, not at all. Relife so
We
far,
got
not at all.
Komi. We got not no Sky. we got some
Nisekoi
romances.
is the only thing that I would. Nisekoi, Blue Spring, and Hibi
Toshi.
Chocho are the only three I would actually argue are straight romances.
Yeah.
And
I need to pause you right there.
Nisekoi
Okay,
is
so
a
Tiny Fruit
harem.
Baskets back at the day, us old farts here, like 10 years ago. Jeez. Basically, it was a manga series that came out. It follows the story about Toru Honda, who basically lives in a tent because her mom passed away, and like these popular boys find her in the woods and take her to their home because they're not complete shit people, and she basically lives with them on an expectation she would do housework to earn her keep.
I just want you to
And
understand this is how
yeah,
old Fruits Basket was. Fruits Basket is 136 chapters, and it ended 12 years ago,
yeah, just
which is
cringe.
older than some of our audience members.
It's basically when Tiny was a baby.
It started
Cringe
in
fest.
1998.
Cringe fest. I was 7.
That's how old
That's why I'm like,
Fruits
I'm really
Basket
tempted
is.
to do Fruits Baskets.
And it really
But
does
there's
not
no-
hold up to the test of time. As good as it was in its day, it doesn't hold up to the test of time. And also, the whole I'm gonna go right out and say it because we've both already read it, which also ruins it to some extent for us functionally. For instance, I know who fucking Toru ends up with.
Yeah, so do I.
Exactly. That ruins the whole fucking love rivalry between two of the main
It had
characters.
so much potential. That's just why this series burns me, because like it has so much potential. Like the story legitimately goes as follows: like she gets adopted by the Soma family, who are super rich and
Okay,
super mysterious.
let's start from the most important thing. The Soma family is a group, is a huge, basically.
Wait.
Do you guys understand the concept of
Pause.
Jesus.
This is important. If we're doing Roots Baskets, we need to play the opening music.
No.
we do though.
I don't play music on my stream. So especially not during a fucking talk show. That's the quickest way to get your show muted. So Fruits Basket, the main characters are all members of the Soma family, which has a curse placed on it where each of them becomes when hugged by a member of the opposite sex, they transform into a zodiac animal that they represent. And it's only 13 of them in the family. 13 because there is the cat zodiac, which not many people know about or talk about. Because the cat was basically, the story is that the 13 animals of the zodiac were told to come to a party that God was throwing, and the rat lies to the cat and tells the cat that it's the day after it actually is taking place, so the cat doesn't show up. And that's why there's only 12 members in the actual zodiac, and the cat was disincluded. So basically, Toru, this girl, gets adopted into this family because she becomes friends with two of its members, who are both parts of the Zodiac, and shit hits the fan from there because she happens to live in the same house as 3 of the members who all have this affliction. Specifically, Shigure the dog, Yuki the rat, and Kyo the cat.
Yes.
And it just does not hold up well because the pacing with the Akido section of the story is just so bad.
Yeah. It's very slow paced, and
not early. Early it's really, really good. The first 8-9 volumes are legitimately good volumes. They're well paced, they're well written, and it's a good story. And then it goes to absolute shit because nobody knows what the hell is going on, and it does a terrible fucking job of presenting the mystery of what's going on, followed by presenting the answers to that mystery.
Yeah, no, it legitimately, there's a lot of elements which I really liked, which is why I wanted to continue the story, because it doesn't, it's a romance-ish story, but it doesn't make it shove down your throat
romance, like there's a mystery element, there's a character development element, like you meet more characters and they're all different and they all look different, which I do appreciate that because some mangas you get the problem of everyone looks the same, they just have different hair. But in like the manga series, like everyone looks different, which is really nice. But yeah, it has a really bad pace, which sucks. And then like it's like a lot of it's angst just to be angst. So like
It's a
towards like
lot of
yeah,
teenage angst.
like towards 13 and like on the other volumes, like it gets really angsty, and it's just like, oh my god, like why, like why is this happening?
So, like, off the top of my head, the first thing that comes to mind that might be fun to read instead, that is also a romance. I would not mind throwing, oh god, what's it called? Well, of course, I don't think I could even put things from Monster Musume up on the screen, I'll be honest. So that might be out.
Interview with Monster Girls would be something I'd be willing to read.
I'd be willing to read that. I'd be willing to read The Ancient Magus Bride.
I'm kind of on the fence. I don't know. I didn't really like the manga, or not the manga, the anime all that much because like the main character girl has no actual personality, but like the world was cool. Like the world building was super legit, but like the characters just were so boring. I was like some of the characters were cool, but the main character and like the main people were just like really plain. Like had not much going for them. Which is
we
like
could pull Hajimete no Gal.
I'd be willing to do
My
that.
Girlfriend is a Gal. It's decent. How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. Again, I don't know that I can even put that up on the fucking screen.
I think Tsunade Children would be something I would read.
I'm sure you just pronounced that wrong, but I can't remember how it's pronounced to argue with you.
It's like spelled the same way, I think. Has a Z in it.
I would like to at some point put up Renaibo-kun.
Okay.
Because that one's I guarantee you the manga's better than the anime, and you liked the what of the anime you saw.
Fair enough.
That was the one with the yandere chick with the kukris. The red-haired yandere.
Hold on.
It's called Love Tyrant is the anime.
Honestly, I was also thinking maybe Steins Gate would be one we would read.
Okay, I'll be entirely honest with you. If we're gonna do that, we're gonna just play fucking Steins Gate.
We're gonna just do it, okay.
On stream together. That if we're gonna do that, because why would we read the manga when we can just play the visual novel that the manga is based off of?
Fair enough.
In fact, the manga is based off the anime and the anime is based off the fucking visual novel. So if we're gonna do it, we might as well just play the fucking visual novel. That being said, it's not cheap and I'm broke. So
you can find it. It's on Hulu.
No, I'm talking about the visual novel.
Oh, I thought you meant like the actual anime.
No, saying if we're gonna play Steins Gate, it's currently on sale, half off. But it's not cheap.
Fair enough.
I might just buy it right now. God damn it. This fucking Steam sale. I have 8 things in my fucking cart right now, totaling over $100.
It's not worth it. Don't do it.
No, I need almost all of them. Clannad? Can you tell me I shouldn't have Clannad?
It's gonna break you.
It will, but it'll be great to die to it.
No, it's not.
Steins Gate. I could probably remove Wanderlust Adventures, but if I do, it's going to go down by all of $1.50. Whoop-de fucking do. My Hero One's Justice. I can't take that out, literally ever.
I'm getting that tomorrow. Like, we need to play that together.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so I have something on my list. Sorry, it's a little off topic, but you went off topic. In my my wish list, there is a series that you need to invest once it comes out. I'm trying to find the name of it. Hold on.
While I'm doing that, give me a sec here.
Okay.
Cart
Well,
here,
I'm
the
gonna
wish
keep
list.
talking to fill time.
Okay, so the name of never mind, just keep talking because
Okay,
apparently
so
it's not.
Wotakoi is a currently running manga that is a romance and is supposedly very, very good. And considering it's still early on, I can't imagine it's badly paced if every critical person who reviews mangas and anime are saying that it's legitimately good when it's only got like a volume out.
Yeah, no, I
New
understand. I just
game
sent
is
you it.
stupid good. But not super relationshipy wise.
I just sent it to you, by the way, Tundra.
Oh,
Yeah, via like direct message on Discord.
the
So
fuck
it's the
is
visual novel. It's called Love Esquire. It is going to be a dating sims RPG like visual novel. It's the most trolling thing I've seen in a while, and I thought you would want it.
well, right off the bat, there's no way I can play this on stream. So therefore, not really.
Oh, really?
Right off the bat, there's nudity within the first 3 images on Steam.
They're covered. It's all good. There's no nakedness.
I mean, I guess I can get away with showing everything that's not nipples.
Yeah.
What's this rated? You might be right. This actually might not be bad. I'll leave it on my wish list and we'll see how it goes.
For all of those that, yeah, for all of those
I'm gonna
that you're
regret
wondering,
this.
it's called Love Esquire. It's legitimately this dating simulator. I don't even know what's about, quite honestly. It's like this kingdom, and like you have to pick a princess or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Sounds legit. It probably is.
Super seems it looks super legit, honestly.
We could read Seishun Buta.
What is that one about?
Bunny Girl.
Send me the thing. I will. Does it have actual story, or is it etchy to be etchy?
It's Bunny Girl. It's Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai.
Oh, yeah, I'd be actually willing to read that. It had story. It had mystery in it.
It had a considerable amount of story. And because every volume is probably going to be a self-contained story, it should be okay. I'm going to regret it, but everyone says it's amazing. You're lying, April?
No, I'm not gonna do it because I was watching the anime. The beginning is really good, but once the middle hits, it goes really slow paced to the point where I'm just like, oh god, where I cringed. I'm willing to give it a try with you, but I'm telling you now, the story gets really slow paced where I cringed. So I don't know.
I'm adding these, and I'll send all of them to you, and you can take a look and see which ones you want to add. Just make sure you, talk to me about it by the end of the night.
Okay.
What, do you guys have any good suggestions as to anything we can replace? We're looking for something romance related. It needs romance, which is why we're probably not doing interviews with Monster Girls, because let's be real, the only romance in that is super fucking sketch.
Also, we're not doing Vampire Taboo, Tiny. I see you trying really hard to push it, but I did read some of it. The story is really meh. It also it's not completed.
I mean, it doesn't need to be complete. It just
It's
needs
only
to be
like
good.
12 chapters. It's
Oh.
mad to me. I'm not trying to say your tastes suck or anything, Tiny. You're more than welcome to read it. It's not my personal thing. It's not me personally. Like, I'm not willing to do it. You're welcome to try and see if you like it, Tundra. It is a really interesting story because basically it's a vampire, and when he bites somebody, he turns into a hamster. And he becomes like this hamster, like vampire guy.
Sounds weird.
You were gonna say Vampire Taboo. You literally just said it down twice.
Did literally half an hour ago, so there is that.
You just assume. I know. I'm such a jerk.
I mean, it's right there. It's been right there throwing itself in our face this whole fucking time. We've talked about it twice on this show.
What?
if we want to show these people what good kissing scenes looks like, what anime do we go, or what manga do we go ahead and read? And on top of that, we just finished Orange. It would make sense to move on to
Citrus.
wouldn't it?
I'm not a fan. Fine. I'll read Citrus if that's what everyone wants. I need at least 2 people to vote yes for me to do it. I'm not a fan because I don't like main character girl because consent, consent, and mind games. You gonna explain to him what your little pet project is about?
What pet project?
Or not pet project, your little baby, your manga baby.
I'm
Citrus.
just saying, I never got to finish Citrus. It was what I was reading when we started this. What I was reading when we started this show, and I had to put it down to pick up a lot of other things. And I wouldn't mind picking it up because it is actually very well written. But I'm actually kind of just.
You're breaking in and out.
Am I?
Yeah.
That's weird. Let me up my gain a little bit again. That should be better now.
Yeah, that should be better.
Cool. Pet of Sakuraso.
Let's just do Citrus and BNHA. And just leave it at that.
You mean Bigata HK?
Cherry Girl meets Cherry Boy.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, because BNHA is my hero. Fucking dumb shit. Jesus Christ. Alright, so we'll throw Citrus on there. Okay, we'll throw Citrus on there permanently. Oh wait, but isn't Citrus still in... I feel like Citrus is still in publication.
Oh, it's not. I thought it was done. Or maybe it's just the anime that's done.
I'm gonna look right now. The anime is done. Okay, no, the manga just finished. Just finished. Also, it's only 41 chapters, so we'll be done relatively quickly, too. It's only like eight volumes, I think it's gonna be.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, there's only so many volumes you can actively, like, molest somebody, so.
God damn it, Katie.
I mean, that's what she does.
I want you to all be aware that kissing somebody when they haven't given you express permission is not always sexual assault. It can be, but it's not always. Because I'll tell you right now, there's nothing more fucking cringy than asking a girl if you can kiss her first.
I mean, it is the nice thing to do. No, I'm referring to specifically when she goes to take a shower and then the other girl comes in and basically sucks on her neck, holds her down against the shower, and is just like, is this what you wanted? And just walks the fuck away. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like, damn, I can't argue with that one.
All right, we'll add Citrus. We'll discuss if we want to add any additional beyond that going forward. So that means I now have to update this again. I act like I don't update this every week.
You don't. You're pretty much the biggest scrub I know.
Okay.
Should I play Human Folk
Where's
Blood
Orange?
or not?
Okay. And this one is being replaced by Citrus, Volume 1. And enter. There we go. All right. So we should be all ready for the end. Unless anybody else has any additional questions or any other suggestions for us to take a look at. And feel free to join the Discord. We actually have a section of the Discord specifically for this show where you can add any suggestions you might want or discuss how you're feeling about the show. Give any suggestions as to what we could add to the show, anything like that. So,
yes, which
we want to know what you guys want to see.
Come and join. Yeah, like we're actively wanting you guys to do it.
Yeah.
Not actively, but
Yeah, we want to put on a good show. We want to know what you guys actually want to see, so or want to talk about for that matter, because if you guys have a manga that you guys are reading right now that you guys want to talk about, yes, it is also listed in the Discord. Specifically, It's my Discord at the which is listed at the bottom of the screen. I'll also give out my link real quick.
Yeah, and I also a lot of times think his Discord I would just put in the list in my chat as well. So we'll both put stars. You can just come and join.
Where is my invite link? I know I had a cool thing the other day where it actually told me.
Here, I'm gonna put Tundra's and eyes in the chat. There you go.
Yeah, it's the one that'll show up as Tundra Flame HQ.
Yeah, then mine's just the Kitty Fox one. Or mine's Cupcats. That's what mine is. That's my community name.
Yep. All right. So, is there anything else you want to talk about, Kitty, before we end?
I'm good. I'm gonna go get something to eat.
Yeah, no kidding. I didn't eat dinner. I ate like a super late lunch, and I've just been snacking on bullshit since.
So, I'm home alone this weekend, and I'm like 85% confident that I'm gonna probably starve to death because, like, yeah, I didn't have any meal prep in order. So,
good job.
I might die this month. I might die this weekend. So, if you guys don't hear from me by Monday, please light a candle for me.
Oh my god. Goodbye, Katie. I'd say you'd be missed, but I don't like to lie.
Screw you. I know everyone else out here would miss me.
All right. Well,
I'm just going to mourn for your viewer count if I die.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and call the show here, and we will see everyone next week, same day and time, and then we will return. Oh god, I'm just now realizing if we do a show on the 3rd, our next show is on the 7th.
What's wrong with that?
That gives us 4 days to read. We can barely fucking finish our reading when we have 12 days.
Why don't we just keep it on Thursdays from now on?
I mean, I really liked Mondays, but
Oh.
Thursdays didn't work for a lot of reasons. And also, it doesn't work super well because we can't go super late. Like, we didn't tonight, but we usually do.
I guess that's fair.
Last week, we went 4.5 hours. Which means you'd be going to bed at 11:30, and that's assuming we start on time, which
here's gonna be the problem though. The second week in January, my schedule changes because things are beyond my control. I can't fix. So my new days off are gonna be Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and then I get off at work at 11.
In that case, Monday is literally the only day that works still.
Then we would have to start the stream at 11 on Monday.
You just you get out at 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay, something we'll have to discuss. But for now, we'll just keep doing Thursday, Monday, okay? Because we might have to move it to Tuesdays.
Goodbye, CV.
Yeah, thank you for coming to the stream and welcome. We really appreciate your
Goodbye, Orange.
ship.
Thank you, CV. Please mourn for me. Please allow me to be in your memories.
All right, so with that, good night, viewers. Katie, say goodnight.
Oh, I was waiting for you to follow up with good night. That's why I was like, what the fuck, man? No, bye, my little cupcats. See you later.
Good night, everyone.